Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Hades 2, and last time we had an absolutely busted run, possibly our most powerful ever, using the new hidden aspect of the Black Coat, the aspect of Shiva. It was awesome. We also fought the new secret boss with that aspect, so if you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. There's a chance we'll run into that secret boss again this time, but I won't discuss further to avoid spoilers, in case that's new for you. We also got the crafting resources that we needed to finally get the hidden aspect of the axe unlocked. However, I'm a little bit conflicted, because if we were to go with the axe, there's probably a prophecy for getting to the final room in the underworld with it, so that would make us want to go down. However, the bonus nightmare boss would send us up. It's also not the bonus bones weapon, so it just feels like it's not the best time from that standpoint. Whereas if we were to say, try to unlock the final, or at least reveal, the final hidden aspect that we've yet to find, that would be the torches. And we've tried using the aspect of Malignity, the aspect of Moros, and neither of those revealed the hidden aspect. We've not used the aspect of Eos for I couldn't even tell you. So I feel like there's a chance that's it, except usually the formula for the other hidden aspects has been use the aspect that is named after a specific person, encounter that person with the aspect that is named after them, and then they'll go, oh hey, by the way, here's this other aspect you should know about. And we've never encountered this Eos person before, so that's why we tried doing Moros. I feel like that's still the one that is most likely to give us the hidden aspect, and maybe we just didn't luck out for whatever reason. But maybe we go aspect of Eos here, and that way, if we go down, we can get the bonus nightmare. It does feel like, in general, downward runs have been more fruitful, at least from a plot progression standpoint as of late. Maybe that's just me, and we have gone with several upward runs in a row as of late, so I think maybe we will hold off ever so slightly on the axe. Maybe we'll upgrade the aspect of Eos one more time to max it out. The charged attack fires a Daybreaker that deals damage in an area around it every 2 seconds. Not gonna lie, that kind of just feels like a weaker version of the aspect of Momus. At least once this is fully upgraded, that's also a 2-second delay, and in this case it could be any charge move, whereas this one is only the attack, and it's only 150 damage, which is decent, but if you have a really powerful attack or special or cast, then this could be much stronger than that, and it repeats 3 times, so I don't know. We haven't really used this aspect much, so maybe I'm selling it short here, but we'll give it a shot. And that means we'll want to fear it up, and I think we'll probably just go triple rival fight, and we're a little bit further behind fear-wise on the torches, so I guess that's another reason to go that route, although the axe is the other one. It's a little bit further behind. So, main thing we're looking for is to finally figure out what the deal is with the hidden torches aspect. Then the other thing is I'm a little tempted to take a different familiar, because we've been taking Golly and, to a lesser extent, Rocky a lot as of late, but now that we don't really need the crafting resources anymore, if we were to take Tula, who is definitely the familiar we've gone the longest without using, she used to be our go-to for a while. Her whole thing is that she gives us a Death Defiance, although it's a very weak Death Defiance, I later learned, which is in part why I stopped using her so much. But she gives us extra chance of getting fish showing up, and since this is not the bonus bones weapon, and because you're so low level, I think it might make sense to power you up here. Oh, you can make the Death Defiance stronger. Okay, we have already upgraded that once. I think at first it only gives you something like 10, maybe 20 life, which is why when I saw that, I realized, okay, no, this is not nearly as good as I had thought it was. And if that was my whole reason for using her, then maybe that's not so big a deal after all. But if we make that stronger, and then I think we're gonna give you a lot of these, because pretty sure you were the lowest level familiar that we had. Maybe now you're a little bit higher than Hecuba, I think would be the next lowest. Let's see. We have the Death Defiance is now up to 80 life, and then I think we're gonna go fishing spots, to be honest with you. This scratching offensive stuff with Tula is just a little annoying. It requires a lot of micromanaging, which is not usually something that you want to spend a whole bunch of time and effort on. for a familiar when it's generally going to be a very minor source of damage. Is there anything special about it? Hold on. After you sprint nearby, lunges at the nearest foe, it is decent damage. 99. It's more than possibly any other familiar, except for Golly's block, which is huge damage, actually. We'll gift you one more, I think.
For you.
It's just that you have to actively trigger it, whereas for most other ones, the familiar attacks are kind of automatic. As it surrounding foes, oh, you do it multiple times, so it's actually, when you add up all the scratches, it does turn into a decent bit of damage. Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly taking you here to farm up the darkness, because this is, I think, now going to be at least 2 runs in a row where we've not taken the bonus bones weapon. Did I say darkness when I meant bones? That's Hades 1! Alright, so then the other thing, let me just check. Because we just used a bunch of those beast-loved morsels. We don't have anything cooking right now. I know we have very limited nectar, but maybe we still cook some of these up.
Power to create.
So I think we still need more of them to max out all of our familiars. And did we buy a nectar here? We did. Okay, maybe we'll just try to make a point of picking up more on our next run. It's happening more often now that we have upgraded the nectars to give us a mini palm slice when we take them. And then otherwise, I think we'll probably keep things fairly simple here. Maybe we'll stick with the gold purse. I mean, yes, extra magic was actually very good on the previous run. And this is going to be an aspect that is based around using charge moves, so we'll be more magic-oriented. But I think we'll still work with this, and I believe that our Arcana should be what it usually is. This is not accidentally going into a judgment run or anything like that. So let's head out.
Time to retrace my steps.
Mixing things up a bit here. In part for variety, in part because we are hoping that we can get that hidden aspect unlocked. Okay, not going to gift our one nectar. I think until we get another, we want to be protective of that, because there's a chance we might find someone who have yet to even get the initial keepsake from.
You really did it, gorgeous. That ugly monster's finally gone. I never could tell if he even had a heart, as there was not a trace of love in him at all. Only the worst intentions and desires. So much for those.
Aphrodite, once upon a time, was one of, if not our most sought-after boon-giving god or goddess. Have we really not seen her since the true ending? Okay, I mean, our attack boon would be a very big deal with this aspect. We've said this many times before, but the rare rarity is in that awkward area where it isn't upgradable with Narcissus Keepsake. It's stronger than common, but would you like to hold out and see if you can get a higher rarity version to get better damage still? I think I might go with this. Also, this is kind of sort of a ranged weapon. I can't remember exactly how close range it is. Oh, it seeks out the enemies with this aspect. Okay, that is kind of nifty. It's a little different. There's the silver. Not that we particularly need it. I was going to say, yeah, seeking out these guys in particular would be very useful, because I do not like when they chase me down. How long does that last for? Well, that long is the answer. Not indefinitely. Extra life. There's the silver, which we don't really think have any particular need for anymore. Most of the crafting resources at this point are just, if anything, giving us extra songs we can unlock or other cosmetic-like things in the crossroads. Just wanted to double check. Charge attack fires a Daybreaker, deals damage in an area around it every 2 seconds. Okay, it's not like there's anything we can do once the Daybreaker has been released to make it stronger. It just does its own thing. I think we're taking Hermes here. Early Hermes, as we've said many times before, can be so good. You know, multiple Daybreakers out at a time, can we? No. In fact, it doesn't even... Ooh. Doesn't even let us really do a charge attack when there's one out there. That's kinda interesting. I assume we don't want to give to you? Yeah, not really.
His blessing on you, Em. Impressive. creative work, her graces are in very high demand. Much as she likes getting involved in personal affairs, yours surely is a special case.
Let's see. Dash more frequently, dodge based on number of boons. These are probably not my favorites boons from Hermes. I mean, this one can be incredible later on. So, late game, yes, it's definitely up there as one of his best. It's just not very impactful yet. And again, it's sort of an awkward rarity, but maybe we'll take it.
Here we go.
Oh. Okay. I think I'm gonna go Aphrodite again here, and maybe... Hold on. Yeah, like that attack, certainly, by the time it's near the edge of its range, it's going to be no longer counted as a close range attack, and so it's not going to get the bonus damage from Aphrodite. However, if you consider that the charged attack creates that, whatever they were calling it, that runs around and seeks out enemies, and has a much smaller range, that could be good with Aphrodite, and it has the best damage potential. That's a lot of enemies. Please don't do that. Also, please don't spawn directly on top of me. Okay.
Olympus, I accept this message.
So looking for... Honestly, this could be better. And then we just commit to Narcissus, either on the next floor or the floor after that. At least it's easily upgradable in this case, which was not so when it was rare rarity. The alternatives here... Her dash boon is pretty good. I mean, the weak is very nice, and that's why I took this. Oh, wait, that was her cast. I totally thought it was... Oh. Oops. I did not realize that was her cast boon. In fact, I might have even misclicked. I think I will still take this and then commit to the Narcissus, though. Okay, and I do like the bones, because we have not been getting much of them as of late. Oh, the hunt is on. Immediately, no
witches
less.
are in for it now.
That guy is armored. Cool. I don't even see... Usually, Artemis makes some kind of comment or other appearance when she shows up. Did she say anything?
Some bones for later use.
Hey, you're not bad.
Sister Artemis.
Seemed like a stealth Artemis. Okay, not gonna give to you.
Things are better than I would have thought back home. Still odd to see us dealing with the remnants of the siege, but Father Zeus has been a lot less temperamental finally.
Nice.
That's good to hear. And I'm glad you had the opportunity to be there yourself. So does this mean I won't be seeing you as much out here? They must want you back.
I mean, it is certainly helpful when we get Artemis.
Well, between us, they still want me to keep an eye on you, powerful witch that you are. But I do have to check in now and again, which I don't mind. They've been glad to see me and hear all about you, and I can say hi to the nymphs.
Alright,
For
let's see.
your journey.
Any damage can be critical, but it's a small chance, just 5%. Bows randomly become marked. They take critical damage, it repeats. 16 seconds between the marks, so in this case the crit chance is much higher, but it's only against one enemy at a time. After dash, charge moves can deal crit. It is a higher percentage, but I think we don't want to take any common rarity boons because we really want to target this with Narcissus. So I'm thinking it's one of these two. They are also obviously the highest rarity. I think we'll go with that.
My blessing is yours.
Could certainly make a case for either way, but... Gold, which we do have a fair bit of. Or mini-boss Hera. We don't yet have Hera precedent. And... we did take this, so the more boons we get, the more dodge chance we have. So we should probably try to prioritize boon earning opportunities. Oh, it's this guy who is annoying.
Master Slicer returns.
Is his name really Master Slicer? Is it just me, or does that sound like a Metallica song?
There.
Is that a Metallica song? Now I need to know. Oops. Okay. Oh, nice thing is you can kind of set this... Oh my god, he's so fast. Even when I'm running, actively running, he still chases me down. I was gonna say, the nice thing about this weapon aspect is you can set it and forget it, and it'll just run around chasing the enemies while you're focusing on dodging stuff. But yeah, that guy is not fun.
Carefully.
Oh, that gives us a free rock boon. Not looking to give to you.
You truly rid us of that blasted Typhon. Never have we faced such an overwhelming threat, and all we could do was keep him at bay. Now we have the upper hand again because of you, my dear.
But it just didn't seem like we were getting any sort of plot progression, at least post-true ending, from defeating Typhon anymore, whereas there's a little bit more from going into the underworld, whether that meant running into Hades and Persephone, or just maybe a little bit more Kronos conversations when we're going down, or at least the previous run, Kronos just went, hi, bye, and that was all, and it seems like most of the post-true ending plot is going to be very Kronos-centric. Okay, let's see, so we can get special, we can get the sprint, which I think is what I thought I was taking on Aphrodite a while back. Charge moves create a fissure, deals damage in a long line, but uses more magic. I am curious as to how that works with this aspect. That could be really good, and if anything, you just want to see that be a higher rarity. But maybe that's still good enough, otherwise special just really isn't in the cards right now. I think we'll take this. Okay, and then magic. I mean, yes, we do use it, although it actually doesn't, despite it being a charged base build, it doesn't blow through magic very quickly, because as I was saying before, it only allows us to use one of those at a time. So even if I were to non-stop spam the charge attack, it still is not that effective, and unfortunately it seems like that Hera boon that we just picked up only activates the extra damage effect when... Ooh, hello. When we first launch it. I was hoping that it was going to be an ongoing effect every time this guy did a pulse, in which case it could have been great. I'm afraid it was not. Okay, is this the penultimate room already? No, I think this is early for that, but that's not really all that rewarding of a room, so let's go here. I feel like Nemesis could sabotage us in this shop, because we haven't seen her yet. However, no sign of Nemesis. That's good. Okay, so not only do we get more fish, we should automatically complete the fishing mission game. Fishing mission? Mini game. There we go. Alright, we can afford everything, right? And we definitely do want to buy everything, and then we might want to get the money after this, because this is going to be very expensive, but it's a very rewarding shop.
Should be useful.
Want something attack-oriented here. While you channel your attacks, move and fire 20% faster. Or... oh no, that's... I just saw channel and thought maybe this will be it. No, we definitely want this. That fits best. And then... we have Hera, we have Aphrodite, we potentially can have Hephaestus. I guess we'll take this and then we'll just see what options we get from the Hex.
Hear me, on my authority.
Okay, get the special, get extra damage based on our armor, and get some now magic restoration. I think we're just going special. It is good special. I just don't know how much we're really going to use the special. And here...
Now that your father's throne has been restored and Mother Nyx is free, perhaps Charon shall resume transporting shades of the dead to their eternal resting place. Although I think he shall still see to it that you are well supplied.
Also just little thing, but the fact that it still shows the icon for the Selene boon and still has the cost listed above it, and it is now redded out because we can no longer afford it after having just purchased one, it's a little off-putting. Okay, so no duo potential, at least not with the ones, not with the current boons that we have. This would be Hestia, Poseidon, and Zeus? Maybe? I don't remember. We might not know this one. In a vacuum, I would generally prefer this. I think this is Zeus. let's go with this one. If we see Hestia, we'll try to make a point of choosing her in the future. Okay, so 99 gold. We will get one more potential shop going forward. There's a decent chance we'll have the option of either going there or taking a free boon or free reward of some other variety. So we could just skip that subsequent shop and save our money since we don't have a lot here, or we could do this. It is a rare opportunity to more or less guarantee that we're going to be able to upgrade you. I think it might actually be worth doing, even if this is worth 100 gold and this is also worth 100
For
gold.
your service.
Yeah, this special, or rather this cast, does also magnetize enemies toward us, which again was not the intention. I did not mean to pick up that cast in the first place, or that, yeah. It does make us a little more vulnerable. So I'm just saying, naturally, the one upgradable boon that I wanted is the one upgradable boon that doesn't show up here. Wonderful. I don't really want to use a reroll for this. I don't really want to upgrade you, because what I was just about to say is that given the option, I would probably use a sacrifice boon to replace this with the cast from someone else. So I think we're going to go... I mean, we just aren't going to do that very often. I don't love what we're working with here. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, we do want this because of the hex. However, really hard to turn that down. Oh man, I think we have to do this because it's 2 boons in 1 room, and that's just so much value, and we just cross our fingers that we'll see Hestia later on. It's not like we would have these Selene boosts to activate the duo hex in the near term anyway. This will be a dangerous room, though. Okay, oh yeah, Hera is a nightmare when she's mad at you. We have to take her first. She's definitely the worst.
Possible exchange.
No! The cast! The cast! Okay, well this could hit the attack, and if it does, that's incredible, because that means that we no longer need to use Narcissus Keepsake on the next floor. And that's a dramatic rarity upgrade, and obviously the 2 levels are useful as well. If it hits anything else, it's still a good upgrade. It's just not as meaningful.
Vested in
Fine line, which is not what we wanted.
There may be those who can make peace with being brushed aside, but that's not something I can do, sweetness. No matter how hard I try.
I have to double check which one fine line is, but
Had to do it.
I think it is the Hera. It's that part that's chasing after us, which unfortunately looks a fair bit like our aspect attack. It's a little off-putting. Oh, also we can do that. And it was the heart again. I lost track of it. Slash, as I said, it looks way too similar to our abilities.
Satisfied?
Okay, which may have something to do with this being an Aphrodite attack.
Now don't we feel better? We mustn't keep our feelings bottled up, even if it means having ourselves the occasional little outburst.
Okay. No! Stop doing this! Why? That's not what I meant! Oh. So the potency on weak... Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, that means more damage reduction. Okay. That's not bad. We could kind of use the extra life right now after having taken a lot of damage, and long term this could become even better still, so I think I probably will go that route. Okay, and then here... yes. Back at the crossroads, I would definitely prefer the bones. Right now, we could probably use the life a lot more, though. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's a very small amount that we're talking about. Hold on. That. Oh, there's a lot of them. And they all have armor. Ooh, okay, hold on. There is, ooh, hello, a mini shop as well. Now, this is going to be a nasty room, it seems. Yes, this is where I wish I could create 2 of those projectiles at the same time, but I cannot.
More ashes.
Little bit more life. Then there's the mini shop. Okay, and this is going to be the penultimate room, so depending on how good this shop is, we may just skip this shop and go for the free palm. It looks like Freenos.
What's in the way
Okay.
this time?
Restore 50% life after 4 encounters. We are close to seeing rival Hecate. Reuse magic, restore it. Any goods from Charon are 30% less expensive for 6 encounters. I mean, that is useful when there's a shop in the next room. It's just that we don't have enough money right now to benefit from that. So, I think it's probably skipping all this stuff. I mean, the healing is kind of awkward timing as well, because if it were immediate healing, that'd be useful, because we did take a fair bit of damage, but in a few encounters, we'll have already made it past rival Hecate. We'll have the healing opportunity after that room. So we could go into a shop with 174 gold, which is, yes, enough to buy one of almost anything. One exception being a hammer. Very unlikely we could get 2 things. Even if one of them is just healing, we probably still can't afford it. I think we're just going free palm here. Looking for the attack, and we did get it. Okay, and this is the one that got rarefied, and... Okay, yeah, rarefied and leveled up by the other Hera boon earlier. So, we'll target you. The damage upgrade is significant.
Valuable for you.
Oh, I didn't even see it. But we'll still want to use Narcissus on the next floor in all likelihood. That's super slow. There are so few of these. Here we go. Okay. So this is rival Hecate, and we'll heal a little bit more going into the fight, so we'll have a decent amount of life, I guess, at this stage, just because we've gained a fair bit of life. And damage-wise, yeah, we are certainly doing more now with that attack, and I think it is going to come down a lot to using the aspect to do the damage for us. Otherwise, yeah, not a huge fan of it. The special is quite strong, if we can get in safely for that. And then this is big. It is big damage. I just wish it procced every time it combined with this, because then every time this pulses, if that were the case, we'd be getting serious damage out of you, but that's not really happening now. It's already up at 6% dodge, which is nice. Okay, so here we go. Rival Hecate.
Sure enough. Your grandfather Kronos like us not awaits beyond this very threshold. And once he stalked that clearing as our bitter enemy. How's collaborating with him been?
So, one of the reasons why I wanted to go down was because in order to free the Fates, we need to meet up with several different people, and it really seemed like... Well, the game is cryptic in the prophecy with who exactly those people are, but it was pretty clear that one of those people is going to be Hecate, so does that mean we have to run into her in runs, or do things in the crossroads? Not entirely sure, but by going down, we can give ourselves a better chance of meeting that threshold.
Unusual, I'd say. He's proven instrumental in eliminating the remnants of his past self. It must be very strange to face oneself in such a way.
So by talking to Hecate about meeting up with Kronos and other endgame related things, maybe that gets us closer to finding the Fates.
How very strange indeed. But if it works, I shall not question it too much. Perhaps we'll all learn more of the mysteries of time ere this is ended.
Perhaps we will. Maybe, maybe not. But did you really just mark a fake Hecate? That's possible? That's kind of frustrating. I'm very surprised that that's possible, to be honest with you.
You're free.
But we do have a powerful hex. I know we didn't get quite the stuff that we were saying we would have liked to have seen on it, but... Selene, don't you dare. She says as she just barely dodges it. We do not have magic restoration, though, for what it's worth. I know we've had some of that in the recent past, but that is not the case here. Okay, Selene actually... No! Oh, okay, good. Thought that was going to just barely whiff. Oh, there also is an achievement for killing some of those witches while you are cursed in the animal-like form, I think. And I was just trying to figure out what are the best ways to do that. And I think one of them is probably with Hestia, because she has damage over time stuff. But another way we could potentially do that is if we have a Hex charged up just before Hecate goes into that phase and curses us. So we can still use it, but then by the time it hits with that 4-second delay, then we're actually in the animal form. Of course, that means we're going to have to proactively aim it and just hope that it happens to hit somebody. Of deliberately saving this X. Also, this, like for this phase to go a little more quickly, if not for these enemies running away constantly. Slash being on the opposite end of the arena. Okay, there's one more down. Please stop running over there. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, I guess this next phase, or this next hex really should be against Hecate herself. Unless we're... Oh. Speaking of hexes, she might be using hers. But we don't have that much magic left. Oh. We're patient enough. And fake Hecate. But that seemed like that was the fake Hecate. Okay, so if we're patient enough to trigger this next phase without relying on the Hex, then we can maybe make a point of doing what we need to do to get that achievement, which would be nice. It does seem like one that kind of requires some deliberateness. You could make it happen. Just by random luck. It is still possible. Some builds just do it a lot more naturally than others. Okay, the special, when it's off cooldown, and when we're close enough to do it safely, is definitely a nice source of damage. Okay, you're not quite there yet. You're getting close. No! That was what I was waiting for, but it happened while I was off screen, so I wasn't sure if she was phasing. Okay, well, it was all for nothing. I mean, it certainly can be... Whoop, hello. It can be done. It's not like it's, crazy difficult to set it up. It just, as I said, may take a little bit of planning, or at least recognizing when you have a build that is potentially capable of doing it. This was one of them, but should still be doable in the future. If I can hit you, that is not going to hit you. So yeah, world's slowest rival Hecate fight. You're not wrong. I'm just gonna bet that one of those is the real Hecate. Neither of them were. Of course not. Had a good chance, but not good enough. Ooh, hold on. Oh, she's about to do that. Which, if I were on the other side, would have made that a good opportunity to attack her. I was not. Okay, please stay there. Thank you. No! Okay, she did still get hit. The real one? That is the real one. Okay, there we go. I don't think we took any damage. So from that standpoint, it's certainly nice. It did take a little bit of patience to play it that safely. And I did mess up trying to get the achievement from that, but there we go. So that's one nightmare. And we had seen several of our recent runs give us 2. I think the way that works is that once you get up to 10 fear, that's where it starts giving you 2 nightmare per important boss, or per designated boss that you kill. This one is not quite there yet. And this weapon. Alright. But that's good. So that means even if things do not go according to plan later on, at least we get something out of this run. Oh. I don't know if those two have ever conversed before. So this is interesting.
To think the task of vanquishing me almost fell to you. I am most fortunate that it did not.
Oh.
For I could not have easily resisted retribution incarnate. I cannot imagine who could.
Me neither, so don't try anything around here. And if you and the princess need another helping hand cleaning up after yourself, let me know. Been wanting to pitch in.
She's been trying, okay?
Then you have heard about the nature of our present course. There are so many possibilities which must be ruled out one by one. If you are truly willing to assist in this...
Oh, hold on. Wait, might this be one of the prerequisites for finding the Fates? There's one for meeting up with a person who rebels against the gods, and that's one of the ones that I was the least certain about who that was referring to. I thought maybe Heracles, maybe it's Nemesis. That's a little bit of a harsh way, a little bit of an extreme way to characterize Nemesis's role.
Might as well. Set my mind to it a while back and can get all the way to Tartarus, just not inside the house.
I can readily address that detail.
Tell me more.
Oh dear. Okay, before we do the healing, though, we were very much eyeing this keepsake, because, let me just double check, I believe this is our only common rarity boon. Yes, okay. So that means we get big value from this.
For the road ahead.
Now it's much higher rarity, much higher damage. And we did save a little bit of cash, so yeah, we could take one of these, but still not doing great money-wise, so I think we'll save up.
Down I go.
Okay. So Hecate's down. And at this point, we're basically just progressing further,
Ugh, that's cold.
hoping that we get, I don't know, some kind of plot update from defeating Kronos this time round. But we don't really know. We've already met the nightmare threshold. Ooh, that's a lot of enemies directly on top of us. That was a lot of instances of 500 damage. There's still more enemies in here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, as I was sort of saying before, I don't exactly think this is a strong run at the moment. There are some glaring weaknesses. And not a lot of big highlights yet. I mean, hopefully this can become a highlight.
Some seeds.
Okay, I think we definitely do want Selene. For sure. Come on. Yeah, you can see the difference there between when we count as being close range and when we do not. Oh, that was... I meant for that to be a charge attack. Wondering how effective the aspect was going to be at hitting these guys, or if they were going to just go back into their shells and make it very unlikely to work. There we go. Okay, so let's see which ones we get this time. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we want that. That's just bad when you factor in that it adds so much to the cost to use the Hex. Enemies take extra damage, 3 smaller blasts, charge up the Hex more quickly. I think I like that one, especially going into the rivals. Oh, right, rival Scylla. Okay, that is something we're going to need to be mindful of. Larger area. Yeah, I think we go area, because I'm thinking about larger area. Against Scylla, there are so many different entities that have different health bars. If you can hit more of them, that can make a big difference. And then, oh, technically if we had taken that one, then that would have helped us go this way a little more efficiently. So even if I preferred this to this, and this is still good, but probably would have been better.
With Seleni's grace.
On to the next phase.
Ooh. Okay, so this is an early shop, which at this point we have enough money we could probably make good use out of, but we know there's going to be at least one more shop, if not potentially some mini shops along the way as well. So we save the cash, and maybe we can progress the Narcissus/Echo plotline, because that could be another good thing for us to do here on this run.
It's like I still remember how you used
Good
to
find.
just I miss you, man.
It seems like we've gotten some indications that
Back, huh?
this is getting close to being done. What happens if we give to you? We would benefit from that. Have we picked up more nectar yet on this run? We have not. Okay, but I think given how this does give us a new prophecy, it's probably still worth doing. Oftentimes we have skipped Narcissus because it just feels like his rewards are not as good, but we'll see this time.
Whoa, a present. You're so thoughtful and all that. Don't mean to be rude about it. Just don't get the wrong idea, okay?
If I'm to keep taking from your copious supply of unused gifts, seems only fair that I give something in return from time to time.
Okay, as for, there's the prophecy foretold, but not completed.
I talked to her again, just like you said, but nothing's changed in here. Oh, I feel kind of different anyway. I guess I'll have to settle for that.
Okay.
Fear not, I keep my vows. I still have a purification rite to complete.
Oh, we
I
do?
appreciate that you had the courage to meet with Echo, even if it was for your own sake.
Yeah, well, that's love for you, right? I guess I'll just hang out here till you do your thing. The fields are nice and all, but too many would-be suitors over there.
Okay, but maybe there's an incantation that means that we will now be able to do to help them out. Let's see. Oh. We actually do need the Fate Fabric for a crafting recipe. Receive max magic, and yeah, I mean, these are all things that we have not taken in the past because oftentimes we've just figured we don't really need them. It's 2 extra rerolls as well. We haven't used any yet, I don't think, but we could get quite aggressive. So why don't we do this?
Thanks. Got it.
Huh, never really seen one of these just hanging out like this. Alright, mini-boss Zeus. We've not yet seen Zeus on this run, I don't think. Alright, not really sure what we'd be looking for from him, but here goes nothing. Which boss is it? It's the little rat man.
Tuna, time
Not
to
the rat
shine.
man. Rat man are different. They're on the final floor. It's the vermin king. Very different. We do have a cat. Which does feel like maybe... Ooh, hold on. Maybe we should get bonus damage against him for that reason. Can I get that taken? That would be lovely. Yes. Okay. Seems like his health bar is not really that big. We are doing damage to him quite quickly. Maybe it's just that he's so mobile. That's usually his main form of defense. Okay, get that out.
Vaporized.
I'm assuming you're going to end up in here at some point, maybe, possibly, or maybe you'll run away, unfortunately, and I'll just completely whiff on that. Oh, okay. That mine was about to explode on us. But we'll take it.
Terrifying.
And we won't take any damage. Okay, we can't really gift anymore anyway, so that's not a factor.
How it gladdens me knowing good Hades and Persephone now rest upon their rightful thrones once more. Your brother Zagreus, the goddess Nyx, and all the rest, they're also doing well? Such an ordeal you helped them to withstand.
Yeah, we've seen Nyx in the Crossroads a few times, and we've seen Zagreus in a certain encounter that I may or may not have alluded to before. Let's see. We already have... Oh, no, we don't have a dash boon. I don't love his magic restoration. I know it restores all magic, but it's just clunky the way that it works. That primes a ton of magic, although it might be the best fit for us. We do have 5 rerolls now, so I feel like we might want to use one here. I don't really know what we're looking for. Maybe we just take this. Yeah, for someone else who we have a better sense of something useful to get from them. Now you're giving us more Zeus? Okay, well maybe there's more Zeus synergies at this point then. Oh!
Fresh water so deep in the sea.
Okay. Oh, I almost missed this.
Tula, fish. And caught.
Oh, have we gotten one of those before?
Fin.
Apparently yes, because you said another.
Olympus, I accept this message.
So what do we get here? Lightning bolts may strike additional times. Can move the cast. Honestly, for this cast, at least as it currently stands, since it has the magnet effect, and I'm not a big fan of magneting the enemies right on top of us, I think that's very helpful. And we can now put it over there. Safer distance. Okay, we don't need this.
Just a small sip.
Now... probably be looking at this. Maybe this. It's worth the same amount as 100 gold. If we get the gold, we can go to the next shop at the final or penultimate room without having to worry too much about running out of cash. Maybe that's reason enough to go here. Oh, that's the Nemesis sound. We've already encountered Nemesis, kind of, sort of.
You again.
We're not gonna open all those golden urns yet. Sometimes we're gonna lose money from this. No, I'm trying to actually speak to her.
Need some gold and won't be fair if I just beat it out of you. So how about a trade?
Oh. Okay, this is the one that's super... Oh, we can only decline? We don't have enough cash. We're extreme... Wait. Yeah, we don't have enough. We would have gotten a Mega Palm. Alright, well... Sorry, Nemesis. No can do.
Fine.
Okay, that's... Okay, that's probably not what I would have chosen anyway. Probably would like the nectar there. Just checking for other stuff. Yeah, it actually would have been kind of interesting if getting that gold preemptively would have been the difference between being able to afford it and not. But yeah, we do this, and this will give us a palm slice, at least. So there's that much. And we also are running low on nectar, so I was hoping to get the chance to do this at some point. Look at that! Okay, that's much, much better. Being able to put the cast much further away. I do see those heat-seeking projectiles. I do.
Those spouts again.
Does that count as... Wait. But what hit us? Oh, one of your projectiles, maybe? Okay, there we go. It looked like it said resisted or something like that when one of those hit us, which was confusing me. Oh, okay, I was very... Speaking of confused, we killed the last enemy over here, so I thought it was gonna spawn right in this corner and be borderline invisible. What do we get with the slice? Lightning lance. Okay, a little more damage on the cast. Here is now the penultimate room. By the time we walk into this room and then the boss encounter, we should be at full life. So we don't need healing anymore. I mean, we're definitely taking this. We took the extra gold so that we could purchase stuff from here. Okay, we don't need this. I think we'll take this first just to maximize the chances of landing on one of these two. Probably still what we'd prefer to see. And so we could take that. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Better cooldown on that. And in this encounter where you're going to be surrounded by enemies a lot, special could be quite useful. Then you.
In the name of Hades.
It's a Charon card, and it's... Our weak effects are much more potent. And that is currently coming from the cast. Anything else, or is it just that? I thought it was more than just that. Maybe not? Okay. Use 40 magic, create a heartthrob. It's actually, as I was saying before, surprisingly difficult to spend magic quickly with this setup. It's a little easier now with this. Actually, hold on. We can... Oh, no. I can't test it right now. I was going to say, one moment while I just see exactly how much magic it uses to set up the supercharged attack projectile. But we cannot see. It's probably close to 40 magic. I do like this magic restoration a lot, but I think maybe we'll just take the high rarity option here. Okay. So this is mini-boss, or rather a rival of the full-blown boss for Scylla. And this is probably the most difficult encounter on this run, you would think. At least for where we face her in it. And will we have time for the charged attack? That's going to be key. If not, can we just occasionally throw in some specials? Now we have a little bit better cooldown time on this, but the big burst of damage is nice. I mean, this is enough of burst damage that, yeah, getting the charge hits is useful for sure. The mark, I probably will not be able to make much of a point of focusing in on that, and now it is easier to throw the cast in a more distant area and use that as a source of damage. So that's a bit of a thing. So this may be dicey. I still don't think we're that strong, and this is a tough encounter.
So what's next for Scylla and the Sirens now that you've had your big break? An even bigger venue? Better songs?
Oh, she's not going to like us saying better songs. But yeah, we very well may find ourselves using a Death Defiance, maybe even 2 in this encounter, so we're going to have to be very careful.
Even bigger venue? Possibly. Even better songs? Impossibly. Because our music is already the best. We could always make more if we really want.
Cheers.
But right now, me and the gals want something more.
Oh. Oh, we're going straight into the fight. Okay. Oh, wow. I forgot that you can do that in this. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let's just use all of our resistances right off the bat, shall we? Fortunately, you don't move, the drummer. Continuing to use all of our resistances. Oh man, that was still... Oh, we did get rid of several of the Charybdis tentacles, so that's good. Excuse me. Okay. That should be enough to get rid of the, I would think, the drummer. Yeah, pretty sure that's what Scylla was just saying. Yeah. Is it off cooldown yet? I'm trapped in the corner, and the cooldown on the dash was what got me there. I was stuck between a rock and a hard place, one might say. And that's good for hitting Scylla. She's actually not fully phased yet. No, she's still doing that. I'm gonna save that Hex. Down you go. Who is left? Just Scylla? Ooh, you were. And Purpose, of course. Heat-seeking projectiles. Doesn't have enough range, does it? Not really. Nope, hold on. That one. And technically best if I don't kind of sort of place it behind you, because that does matter. I keep on doing it, though. I keep on doing it. There we go. Okay. I'm still gonna do that. Oops. Nothing I can do about that. There's absolutely nothing I can do about this right now. This is why you have to get rid of the drummer. You have to get rid of the drummer. You must get rid of the drummer as quickly as possible. There's Death Defiance. drummer down? No, the drummer very much is not down. Now she is. Okay, that's huge. But obviously it needed to happen earlier, as you can see. Ooh, dodge all that, except I didn't dodge all that. So did you believe me when I said this was going to be a problem? Because I meant it. I meant it. I meant it. That didn't get you? Oh my god. I said 1 or 2 Death Defiances. I also was thinking, yeah, no, it could be a run ender. That's still not far enough away. I was in the corner. That's insane. We do have the extra Death Defiance, courtesy of our familiar. So that does help. And we might need it at this rate. Hopefully we can get the guitarist in there as well. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Okay, down you go. Hello, Charybdis heat-seeking projectiles. Yeah, you're doing stuff. I guess we can do this, except you're too mobile to really hit you reliably with that. Did you? No, I think you just teleported. You didn't actually go down. You do that sometimes. Down you go. Nope. Bad. Stop that. Okay. Oh, we don't have a hex? Oh, we're about to get one, okay. That didn't hit her. And that's not enough. I was just trying to buy enough time to get it off cooldown. There we go. Okay. Whew, yep. It went about as poorly as I was expecting it to go. Maybe a little bit worse. But as I said, if you didn't believe me, now maybe you do, that this run does not feel the same as many of our previous runs. It is definitely not as strong. And we still have one of our usual Death Defiances and one from Tula. The one from Tula is a little bit weaker. That only gives us 80 life back at the end. So we have definitely had times when we've had to use at least one Death Defiance against Cerberus. And it is rival Cerberus. And so that is a potential issue. And we don't have... Oh, if we had more gold, we would potentially have the option of buying a Kiss of Sticks if it shows up at a mini shop. It is the most expensive item in the mini shops. It gives you a Death Defiance back. So we would not be able to afford that. We don't even know if it would show up, but it'd be kind of cruel if it did at this point. So I guess let's do this first. We get extra healing from this keepsake, which is well timed. So we actually want to do this before we swap keepsakes. Then we could potentially go Knucklebones against rival Cerberus to give ourselves a little bit of an extra advantage there and then save Luckier Tooth for Kronos. I'm thinking we might need to do that. Otherwise, it would be Moonbeam on this floor to power up the Hex, because that's the big thing that we usually like to do that we have yet to go for here. I think we do this. I think we kind of have to. Centaur Soul that we can't afford. Random Well item. If it is a Kiss of Sticks, it'd be an incredible bargain, but I think we're not going to take those kinds of risks. We're going to save the money that we have, and hopefully with the healing that we got, maybe a future mini shop, we can see one of those Kisses of Sticks showing up.
To the fields.
It's another thing, you know, yes, we have the extra Death Defiance from Tula, which obviously we haven't benefited from yet. In a way, we would hope that we don't need to benefit from it, but it's a sort of back-loaded benefit relative to, say, Tula, who is oftentimes our preferred familiar who gives us much more front-loaded benefits, preventing the damage from applying in the first place. Okay, this is a pretty bad room, but we don't have any way to change it, so in we go. Oh, hello. I was so distracted by the, by this. A little more life, we could certainly use it. Ooh. Extra level on this? What was the cooldown before? I thought it was 9 seconds already. Apparently not. Okay, so there is a chance we'll see Echo in the next room, as I've often speculated.
Show me the way.
Seems as though Echo tends to show up in the 3rd room, thereabouts. Not sure that's necessarily a sure thing. Oh, one of those guys. Let's get all these out. He says as if he can get more than one of those out. If we could, suddenly this weapon aspect would be so much better.
There.
And we've been using some really strong weapon aspects as of late. This one just doesn't quite match up, it seems. We do have our Hex, which, if they're all converging over here, could give us some pretty good value. Okay. So then here, probably looking for similar stuff. Either that for even better cooldown. Yeah, I think it is that. Okay, 8 seconds.
Strength of the gods.
Can spam it a little more. And now, I don't think we can. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think we can. And fortunately, the alternative is pretty good.
More shades.
Okay, so now this is where
Flourish.
the reward that we get last may be eligible for Echo duplication, in which case making that be a hammer would be very nice. At the same time... No, don't do that. How did that not hit you? That's really frustrating. Did the special specifically, the follow-up special, even if it wasn't going to have the hammer explosion. Pretty sure that was going to have enough range to get you, and yet it didn't. And it's just little things like that, when we are already not in the best place on this run, that those can add up. Little bits of damage that we take. Then suddenly we are not healing. We're taking more damage than we are healing in between rooms. We're already not at full life. Let's get some more max life here. Cool, okay. Get this going as quickly as possible. That's pretty useful too, don't forget about that. If we could do that, and sort of trap you guys in there to an extent. Okay, don't take damage from that guy though, that would be silly. Okay, so there we go. These are worth a little bit more than usual, courtesy of our Aphrodite boon earlier, so that does help. Now the hammer. Looking for a big upgrade here. Let's get this out. Yeah, I think what we're learning here, the cast is a pretty important component as a setup skill. Now that we can move it remotely, that's very helpful. Okay. Still probably looking for attack-based stuff. Well, I mean, at this point, maybe we could benefit from almost any variety. Let's see. Attacks fire further and deal 30% more damage. Knock foes away, have plus 10 base power. Projectiles from specials orbit faster. I don't know that that's really going to help us that much with the way our special works. The further part is also a bit unfortunate with Aphrodite. That doesn't make a ton of sense. The knockback arguably doesn't make a lot of sense with Aphrodite either, since that has to be close range. Again, with the aspect one, maybe it's close enough range even with 20% extra range. I assume it still benefits from that. That's maybe still in Aphrodite damage boosting range, so I guess we'll give it a shot, but it might not be great. Okay, so we're looking for Echo. We're hoping to duplicate a hammer upgrade. It is Echo. Yeah, we're taking her over a mini-boss for sure. And given how we just spoke with Narcissus... Oh. We're hoping that maybe we'll get a big breakthrough here, although maybe it is that we have to actually go to the crossroads and do an incantation.
Look upon me.
Okay, this one's going to be much faster. We are. Alright. Well, that gave us the equivalent of an air boon, which we actually have a lot of now. We are eligible for the Zeus infusion.
Hello. Hello.
If we are to see that. Well, that's it. Okay, so we can get a copy of the hammer. Or we get 50% dodge. Ooh. Lose. So here's a strange thing. We already have dodge chance, and that dodge chance is getting higher as the game goes on from hasty retreat. And if we also had Golly, it'd be a pretty reasonable amount of dodge now. 8%, it's existent. My question is, most of the dodge, if we are to take this, would come from this boon. But some of it would be coming from this. So technically, we are more likely to trigger dodge and more likely to lose this quickly, unless this only goes down if it's technically the 50% dodge from evade that is making us avoid the hit in the first place. I doubt that's the case. I think a dodge, regardless of what the technical source of it is going to make this bonus go down. So in that case, it actually means the more dodge chance you already have, the worse evade is. I think. In terms of how quickly this expires. Obviously, the higher the dodge chance, the more likely you are to avoid getting hit, which is very nice. I don't like this one, because I think it fades more quickly than even evade does. Let's go with the double hammer, though.
I won't forget this, Echo.
We made a point of... Ooh. We do have an extra one of these now. We have multiple. Okay, yes, let's gift.
It means a lot to see your gentle face. May this nectar sweeten your time here. Look how vast these fields are. Plenty of room for more than just sorrow.
More than just sorrow. Just sorrow. Just sorrow.
Okay. Should give us a prophecy foretold, but yeah, I can imagine there are some rewards from her that we've yet to take. We go here. We get something better this time. We saw this before. Attacks linger for plus 2 seconds and launch back toward you after you dash? I'm just trying to think of how this would work with the aspect, if at all. I don't know. That's a funky one. Otherwise, this one's more straightforward, yes, and with the big percentage boost from Aphrodite, that does mean that, you know, a plus 10 damage is turning into a lot more than that when you multiply it by 165, potentially more if we can upgrade that further. So maybe we'll still go for this.
To better light my way.
Oh, there's still more. Yes. Okay. We have 111 gold. Which, as I said, means we are currently not able to afford a Kiss of Sticks if that is to show up in a mini shop, and in some ways that is the single most beneficial thing that we can find at this point. So that could be reason to go to the right. Even if in a vacuum I would probably say the left side's a little bit better. Hermes is good he tends to have boons that are good earlier on in a run. The one that's good really late on in a run we already have. So it's not perfect timing for Hermes. I think we might still go for this, though.
Flourish and reveal my path.
Didn't really mean to pick a fight with you, but I guess I'm picking a fight with you now. A little bit of magic. Now the order in which we take things doesn't really matter anymore. And there's the knockback effect, even on the base form of the attack. I did not mean to charge that up, but okay. It's gonna lead to us accidentally starting to bully these guys, I guess. A little bit more money, which is useful. Nope, don't do that. 20 gold. Oh, technically, there's a chance he's going to give us one that gives us extra gold, so let's do this first.
I'm not your prey.
We'll do this. Especially if you guys start walking in there. I wish that was slightly faster, and I think it would have hit a lot more enemies. Oh, hold on. Don't have time for that. Oh, I forgot that is going to go wherever I aim it, not just directly on top of me automatically. Okay.
And now my claim.
So that might even be the best option, is to take the one that gives us extra gold. Let's see.
This message.
Charge cast is faster. All charge moves are faster. That's pretty good. More damage by killing enemies quickly. It's just not that quick, this build, so I'm not sure how much we benefit from that. Yeah, 45 seconds is a long time, so it does help us a bit, but I think, especially against bosses, this is going to be more meaningful. Okay, so we do that. Now, don't know that the order matters much anymore. There's one more guy. Yeah. There's a lot more than one more guy, in fact. I think you did not get hit by the type of special that I was looking for. There we go.
Smackers.
Smackers. And annoying wolf dudes. There's a lot of enemies in this encounter. Including this guy. Okay, so now we have more than 200 gold, and I think that is an important threshold to be at. Ideally, we'd like to stay there for as long as possible to maximize our chances of... again, not the way that works anymore. To maximize our chances of getting... It's also not really what I want to do. Maximize our chances of getting a Kiss of Sticks later on, or at least, if it does show up, actually being able to afford said Kiss of Sticks. Ah, I just kited something out. I don't have the magic. The magic is not in me. Nope, stop that. There we go. Okay. Claim that. Now... I don't even know if these guys... It seems like sometimes they give you a little bit of gold, but not even sure if that's a thing you can rely on. Mostly just a matter of, are they guarding something? Okay. So, where are the exits? Over here. This the end of the floor? It seems like it is. Or if not... Wait, floor... Room 30? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. Yes, we do have a little bit over 200 gold. However, not really enough to buy anything and still be up above 200 gold. And so, if there's a mini shop... There should be a mini shop immediately after Cerberus. and that would be potentially the best place to buy a Kiss of Sticks if it shows up. So that means we might want to be saving our money right now, not spending aggressively. Is this the... Yeah, this is the penultimate room. Okay, so it's a free heart, which is probably the best we could have purchased from the shop in the other room anyway. We could have gotten a boon, I guess, but again, that would have dropped us lower than we wanted to be gold-wise. So now, it's not rival Scylla, but it is rival Cerberus, and that has been trouble for us on some of our previous runs. There are definitely times where he just covers more or less the entire arena with things that deal damage to you. So that is where it gets especially tricky. And at least at the very beginning, there's very little space to maneuver. So that makes it tough to avoid taking damage. We do have the Knuckle Bones, which does help us deal more damage to him and take less damage from him. But other than that, I don't really know if we have any secret tricks here. He's probably easier to hit with the Hex, because there are at least some times where he's more stationary. He does occasionally lurch forward. So it's not a given that we're going to be able to land the Hex, but here goes nothing. I'm certainly hoping that with 2 Death Defiances, we can still make things work here. I suppose if we beat him but lose both Death Defiances, which is theoretically possible, then we could break out the Athena keepsake on the next floor and try to use her, potentially with all of our rerolls, to see if she can give us the boon that restores... There's at least one that gives you 1 Death Defiance. There's one that also, I think, restores all of your Death Defiances, but I think it primes something like 100 magic. So, hopefully it doesn't come to that, but that is potentially a backup plan.
Is this just playtime for you, boy?
That didn't really hit you, did it? Oh. Oh, thanks, Odysseus. Oh, that's pretty mean. What am I supposed to do in that situation? I ask you. I would have strongly preferred if you guys continued to stay in that area. Oh, he's over there now. This is one of the last spots that's getting hit, theoretically. I still don't understand how I'm technically supposed to dodge that. I think I might be supposed to memorize the order in which those places showed up. You knocked me into that. And then you ran away right as that landed. That might have still hit you. You are still up. Okay. Dodge through. And with the special... not recognize that attack. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here either. So we have 12 life, in case that wasn't clear. Oh, okay. He's off-screening us with the flamethrower. Naturally. That is the best window to attack him. And then he dodges out of that. That's really frustrating. As I said, there are times when he lurches forward like that. That was one of them. Came at a very inconvenient time. I don't know what he's doing right now. He's charging up some kind of move. And now this is another one where he's not lurching forward, but he is quite mobile. There's the fire breath. And then he still dodges out of it! Oh my goodness! What's a guy gotta do? Okay, there's nowhere I can go. Please come back here. Oh my god, man. It just feels ridiculous. Okay, then he's doing this. Once again, very poor timing. see, he somehow, every single time without fail that I've used an ability that takes a while to charge up, he has chosen that exact time to dodge out of the way, and then every time I'm far away from him is when he chooses to use the flamethrower, which is the time when that is most difficult to avoid. That's the one exception right there. And then I tried to dodge through, because that's the only thing that I could do on that occasion, and then he still hit me. Yes, I see how low our health is. And then it's this again, because of course it is. That is our last Death Defiance, and yeah, now you're gonna kill me this way. Unless this Hex can actually hit you for once. It actually did. I don't believe it. Nope, okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Both this fight and the previous fight went about as horribly as they possibly could.
Old Cerberus, but he shall have another playtime hence.
I mean, not quite as horribly as they could collectively across the two of them. We needed at least one of them to go better than that. Obviously, they didn't. So, remember when I said, okay, theoretically, we could break out...
But still...
and Homer knows. Remember when I said, theoretically, we could try breaking out the Athena keepsake and see if that could bail us out? Yeah, no, we need to do that at this point. We have, at least at this point, we've now gone through all of the fear-increasing effects on this run. So it is now just a normal Tartarus floor and a normal Kronos. And we have at times been able to defeat Kronos with no Death Defiances used. However, this is unlikely to be one of those times, because the run is not that strong. We can heal here, but let's just see... Oh, we have to do this before we can see the shop. Do we get a Kiss of Six? We do. We do. Okay, so here's the tricky thing. If we buy a Kiss of Sticks, we are immediately getting one Death Defiance back. That is nice. That may be enough to give us the just enough margin for error to still defeat Kronos. However, this almost immediately pays for itself. So the combination of these two could be worthwhile. But the thing is, if you skip that Kiss of Sticks, you can potentially go the higher risk, higher reward approach of using the Gorgon Amulet, and might even rarefy before Athena shows up, and then you can get at least one Death Defiance from her, potentially all of them restored, but that comes at a hefty magic cost. And we don't have a magic restoration boon. If we were to get a magic restoration boon, maybe priming, I think it's 100 magic, wouldn't be the absolute end of the world. So... it's tricky. We do have 5 rerolls, so although you might think relying on Athena giving us that big Death Defiance restoration boon would be unlikely to happen, with 5 rerolls, certainly we could get at least one of them to show up, because I think there are at least 2 that do it. So, is that better? Then the problem is, if you buy this, then Athena does not ever show up, because you have to have no Death Defiances for her to make an appearance. Right? Yeah. Unless we use a Death Defiance preemptively, which obviously we'd like to avoid being the case. I think we actually do go this route. Well, you buy Death Defiance, you get Luckier Tooth, that's also a pseudo Death Defiance, so then collectively between those two things, we're probably right around where we feel okay against Kronos, except that we still have a fairly weak build, so it's still not guaranteed by any means. It's close. It's really close. I feel like maybe we use the fact that we've not leveled up Gorgon Amulet very much as a tiebreaker, because we should rank it up at least once by taking it here, and then we have at least rare boons from Aphrodite. And it's just hard to make... you kind of have to make excuses or carve out specific opportunities to use this amulet. So to actually have a legitimate reason to use it here, I think may be worth doing. So then that means we're skipping you, but I might still buy this. Lasts for 6 encounters. If we do 1 optional encounter... the timing is very awkward. If we skip all of the optional encounters, we might be able to do 1. Right? If it lasts 6 encounters... because it's 5 encounters that you need to do. Well, I think it expires at the wrong time. Unless we use it for a mini-shop Kiss of Sticks purchase mid-floor, which is definitely not guaranteed. I think we're getting nothing there. And we're just relying on an early Athena appearance as well, because we have no Death Defiances, and we're also on half health right now. So this is very risky, don't get me wrong. I went with the higher risk, higher reward approach, which may absolutely come back to bite us. Okay, more fish.
Tula, be my guest.
That is Tula's specialty. So hopefully, if nothing else,
Come along, goldfish.
we can at least use that to get something reasonable, something useful when we get back to town, cashing all those in. Okay, so need at least 1 or 2 rooms to go cleanly here. Knock on wood. Before Athena shows up. And then we will feel better about where we stand. This is not a good room. Those guys can be very nasty. And they usually come in waves of more than 1. Oh! Okay, she is showing up in this room immediately. Very helpful. Okay, so this is why we used this keepsake.
All this gold. What has become of Tartarus? The Titan Kronos rendered it almost entirely unrecognizable.
And as we were saying, actually the last time, if not the last time, the time before that when we encountered Athena, it's pretty uncommon to get her in the underworld, because she does not appear here unless you use her amulet. And the one other time when we did so was on the first floor, when we were trying to manipulate some stuff with her and Arachne on the same run. No, Arachne this run. But, so this is definitely the first time we've had Athena show up in Tartarus.
Perhaps when next I use the Gorgon amulet to summon you here, you could ask him yourself, Lady Athena.
Oh, would that I could, and the amulet were even stronger. But all strategies have limitations. My blessing, rather than my presence, shall have to do as you approach your goal.
Okay. That is why we got her. So, this, I'm almost positive, is the only one that we've yet to take from her. It's actually a little unfortunate that she is showing up this early, because that means that we are not getting this to evolve in time, which would have been really useful, especially since we're probably about to re-roll this a bazillion times. This is a really good boon, but the whole reason why we took the Athena keepsake was to re-roll until we get one of the ones that gives us Death Defiances back. This. Replenish all uses of Death Defiance now, and improve their potency. Oh, wait, what? It doesn't require that you prime any magic at all? I could have sworn that it did. I mean, there you go. That is 100% the reason for doing that, and it did absolutely pay off relative to using the Kiss of Sticks at the shop before, and now suddenly we feel much better about going into these optional rooms, and we have saved money, so we can potentially do more buying at the super shop at the end as well. I really wanted to turn that into a charge cast, to be honest. I was just trying to aim it in the place where I wanted it to go, more than anything. A lot of laser beams here, though. There we go. Okay, so Super Pomp. What do we get here? We could re-roll this if we don't see something we like. And I do not really see something... I mean, that's a dramatic damage upgrade, yes, but still don't think this is really being used for direct damage dealing purposes. Sure, we could use it against Kronos when he's doing the clock phase, just to quickly toss it over in his direction, but still, I mean, we have the Hex for that. That's going to be the main thing we want to use at that point, so I think this is still reason enough to reroll.
Infinite possibility.
Because this, or this, would be much better. I think I want to do this, to be honest with you. Obviously, this increases the damage. This is cooldown, but I think the special is still doing more damage. So, like, I definitely would not have gone here if we had not already gotten Athena to show up. There is a chance we would use the Death Defiance here, especially if it's the money guy, because he does a ton of damage, but I'm going to try it. Which one is it? It is exactly the money guy. Maybe this would help, though. Yeah, that's a super nasty attack that does a bazillion damage if you let it hit you. That also hurts a lot as well. Maybe we can do that. Once we get rid of your armor, suddenly you become much easier to deal with. Which we have now done. Okay, perfect. Stop running away. Stop running away. I will not allow it. There we go. Okay, I don't think we took any damage, and that is saying something against this guy. Not losing to a bag. I don't know. There's a chance we have before. Okay.
Hear me, on my authority.
So now we do have enough air boons, I remember. We were talking about this before. Minimum of 50 damage per hit. Not a big deal for you, but the dash, it would help. The cast, it actually would help a lot. That might have been reason not to have upgraded the cast earlier anyway, so there may or may not be other things that would benefit from it as well. I think we will go for that, otherwise it's Revenge Boon or Magic Restoration. We would like Magic Restoration at some point, for sure. But as I was saying earlier, that's not my preferred way to get it. Okay, definitely like to go here.
Family.
It's our family.
Melinoe.
Also, some rocks.
A gift from the earth.
Okay. We could gift. We have only one left, though. We do already have their keepsake. Hold on. Does it count as gifting to both of them simultaneously? Because the thing is, we have not had the opportunity to gift to Kronos yet. And if we can, that would be very worthwhile. So I think I'd like to save one for him, ideally.
I asked your father to prioritize the renovation of this chamber, if this is to be the place where we meet up now and again. And do you know what he said?
I merely said we ought to leave this chamber's updating for last, for I would not erase the memory of how it is, though perhaps it shall remain this way for ages at the current rate.
Oh, it's an interesting, sentimental approach, perhaps, from Hades. Okay, let's see what we get. Kronos summons fewer enemies, deal more damage. How many times? Does it count as us having used those Death Defiances before, even though we've restored them? If so, then that's actually worth a lot. We got 4 back, so I assume that means we've used 4. So, and then if we use more, then that's actually crazy damage potential. Okay, and it's just, I mean, sure, the number itself is not that big, but it's universally applied damage to absolutely everything. And so those numbers are usually quite a bit lower. And if we were to use our 4 that we now have, that'd be 8 total. 64% extra damage on everything. That's like an extra decent damage boon on every single type of skill. So that's pretty tempting. Otherwise, Kronos loses 20% of his life after the first 3 seconds. That'd be kind of nice, but let's try this. I'm intrigued. I'm curious.
Thank you both.
Oh. hold on. What do we have here? There's no Cerberus. There's someone else, though. And those who played Hades 1 are quite familiar with what we are looking at here. That is hilarious. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, well, on we go then, I suppose.
Remnant forces.
Cast is definitely quite helpful for getting all these guys. If I aim it correctly, that is, of course. Yeah, get one of these out. Yeah, I think the big problem with this build is that even our burst damage is not that bursty. It doesn't do that much.
All gone.
Okay, now the Gorgon Amulet ranks up, but that's alright. And this... I don't know. Now that's a test to see if we are really willing to take on more risks now that we have our Death Defiances back. It's a normal palm. Yeah, we'd probably want it on this, maybe even this still, so we can truly spam the special. This doesn't benefit much at all anymore as of the infusion here. Likewise with that. So, I'm not really sure there's much to be gained from that, to be honest with you. I don't even know if it's going to hit that stuff. And the biggest gap right now is we'd like a magic restoration boon. And obviously, you know, duos and legendary boons. If those are to show up, but that's pretty rare.
It'll be all right.
A very fast one. There we go. Okay. And no optional rooms here. That's a nasty area. Fortunately, the special can hit all of them at once. Super Ratman? Not a fan. Not a fan of the Super Ratman. There are even more of them. Oh, bad place to stand. Bad place to stand. This would have been a great time to have our special off cooldown. There we go. No Ratman. No Ratman. This room is a nightmare. Wow. Okay. Not have enough fear for that, nor am I sure that we'd really want to do that. So we did take a little bit of damage in that room, but hopefully we've healed off enough stuff after having a few rooms with no damage taken in them that kind of made up for that. Nope, don't do that. Let's send these guys out. Oh, I did not even see that there's also one of those guys there. He's gonna walk over here, right? Yes. Okay, excuse me. There's another room that has a kind of nasty layout to it. Slash combination of enemies, as you can see here. Very much love to get a hex in that area, where all those guys are. Please get back in that area. Got a lot of them, but not all of them. There we go. That's another nasty room. Okay. No choice but to go super shop. And at this point, we have a decent bit of gold to work with. Not at full life.
Reconstruction underway.
Probably would like this then. Let's see. That's 800. 925. Ooh. No golden urns here. If so, then that'd be so much better. Then we could get everything. I think we're gonna have to skip one thing. Or, and not this, of course, but what is this all about?
The river Styx here once again flows red, as well it had in ages past, pouring still into the underworld's heart. Even whilst all through Tartarus, the titan's gold yet glimmers.
Oh, was the River Styx previously gold because of Kronos, and now it's red? I didn't notice, but yes, that is more akin to Hades 1 now.
Not forever, it won't.
And as I think Homer may have said at one point when we were first getting to this area, this is where runs start for Hades 1, whereas obviously in Hades 2, it's in many cases where they end. So it's kind of poetic in that way. But what do we skip here? I think maybe we take Hermes. There's a chance he gives us the extra gold boon. If so, we might take that so that we can afford everything, because otherwise we are going to have to skip something. There's a chance that this could give us gold as well if it ends up being Poseidon, but that's extremely unlikely because we don't have any Poseidon precedent, and what are the chances of him giving that one specific boon? So let's start with you. Well, this isn't exactly what I meant. If anything, this means we want to buy even more stuff, which is challenging to deal with. We do have rerolls. Not bad defensively. I'm going to use at least one reroll here, I think, though.
Sure, why not?
Ugh. Can we retroactively apply it to this one? Because this is the most expensive thing that we're purchasing. Okay, well, there we go. Those are all of our rerolls. We move faster. We get 2 instances of damage reduction. I think I will still take that. Yes, you could make the case this is better in the Kronos fight, but... or at least it's going to lead to us taking more than 2 fewer hits. But you factor in both the block and the 15% sprint speed, especially in things like the clock phase, that is helpful. This is useful offensively, but we'll go with this. Okay, but we did not end up getting what I was looking for there to facilitate getting all this stuff. So maybe we're feeling bold. We skip the healing. We won't be at full health. We won't be particularly close to full health, but we have 4 Death Defiances. Yes, our build I still think is not as strong as many of our other builds have been at endgame, but this is normal Kronos, so maybe we can still get by. And because we have this, which is great. Yes, it does factor in the Death Defiances that we've already used, and it could get even higher still, so maybe that means we can, okay, it's Hephaestus, we can get a little more aggressive.
Whatever's going on out there, you've got to love what you do. Simple as that. Although, don't take it from me. Got the authority right here.
Zeus, maybe? Zeus Hephaestus duo? Who's the authority? No, it's Aphrodite.
We each have so much love to give. And the beauty of it is, the more we give, the more we have. To think that such a precious thing can have a limitless supply.
Okay, so here is the duo. We have had it before. Your blast effects from Hephaestus also create a heartthrob, which does a circle of damage, which... oh, we don't have any magic restoration. It would be kind of useful, not gonna lie. That is, as I was saying before, kind of the biggest thing that we don't yet have. And this is our last chance to get it. On the other hand, yeah, we have taken it, so we don't need it for prophecy purposes. It is good offensively, especially now that we have significantly reduced the cooldown of this, so that we can much more regularly activate those hammer effects. I think we're still taking this. And then go here, and we are probably doing this one. Yeah, this is meaningless with our Zeus infusion. Yeah, definitely that. Okay. So, passing on you, which would have given us... I mean, we're going to heal a little bit more going in, so little less than 100 life. But between our 4 Death Defiances, I'm hoping that's still enough for us, and if we use them, we get even more powerful. Maybe at that point we are doing enough damage that we still feel okay about where this build is. But here we go. Oh, no extra conversation with Kronos. Just the briefest of pep talks, if you can even call it that.
Wow.
What have you done? What have you done? To the father of all monsters, what have you done? Oh, he is nowhere to be found.
Actually, surprise. Wait. Yeah, we defeated Typhon permanently before we defeated Kronos permanently, so we're a little late to this, Kronos.
Such details are none of your concern, wretch. Know only that you're next. May your final moments be in pain.
Hey.
You speak to me of pain. I can lock you with it for eternity. You shall come to understand it even better than I.
Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, that was close. Closer than I would have liked it to a bit. He's out. Oh, he's doing this. That was a good window to attack him, but I missed. It's alright, I guess. There we go. He was marked for the crit. Can you please stand there? No! What did you just do? Try to hit you with an ability that you did just completely block, or dodge rather. I did not appreciate it. That's gonna be this, and I did not stand in a good place to avoid it. Oh, I forgot those guys have a ranged attack like that. They do look ridiculous the way that they, maybe just using all of our resistances as well, but that's doing a big burst of damage when it crits at least. The way they just sort of hop around in what looks like a knapsack is pretty ridiculous. Oh, don't step in that. This is a bad place to be standing for this moment. Oh, just missed on that. Oh, he is in the next phase, though. He's now doing double and triple attacks. One. I lost track of those, though. Whoa, okay, hello. That's two, I think, and that's three. We can just kind of bonk him with the hammer once he's done with his combos. One, two, only two that time. He's doing this. We could do that. Nope. Please don't do that. Please get bonked. Ooh. That's annoying. I repeat, please don't do this. I'd much rather be focusing on the actual boss. One. Only one. One, two, three. One, two, only two. Sure. Probably would have liked to have saved one of those for the next phase. I tried to charge it up a bit in preparation for this. We probably cannot do this immediately, even though I would have liked to have been able to. Guess we can still release that. It's still helpful. Ooh, that was close. Indeed. Thank you for standing here. There's the one where he makes a bunch of projectiles. Oh, yeah, that's why we kind of wanted magic restoration. So, so much for the whole weapon aspect thing. Ooh, hold on. Once again, it's not quite the right timing for this, unfortunately. I still don't know how you're supposed to dodge that. Ooh, that was unfortunate. We still have resistance. That's kind of crazy, to be honest with you. Oh, I did get caught by that, but he also got caught by my attack, and then he didn't damage me when I was frozen. It's kind of silly. However, he is healing with these guys, so that's not good. So please don't do that. Please stop doing this. Nope, hold on. Hold on. Seriously, dude. Way too much healing. As long as you stay here-ish. That works. Oh, wrong direction. Oh, yeah, I walked straight into the clock hand there. That was a bit silly. Okay, know where to stand. We can do this. And this. We dodged that. That's nice. You dodged me. That's not nice. Poke you a little bit. Hammer you a little bit. Festus. Ooh. Oops. I'd rather not.
You waste your precious time. Olympus burns.
Alright, so this might be our first successful run with this weapon aspect. I couldn't tell you when we last used it, maybe just in Chaos Trials. The hope was that it was going to be the key for unlocking the hidden aspect on the torches, but that has yet to happen, so at least we beat Kronos?
May time flow freely forth. What have you done to me?
You're gone.
Alright. And, definitely, although we didn't have to use any Death Defiances on that fight, definitely did help to have the reassurances that come from having 4 extra Death Defiances
I can use this.
from Athena. Just gives you a little more confidence going into that fight. We ever really looked in here before? Oh, that's the tavern area in Hades 1, is it not? Okay, now, are we actually going to get to the House of Hades, or are we just going to get kicked back to the Crossroads?
The only time that we experience is now. We have the Princess of the Dead to thank for it, through all her tireless endeavors, such as what transpired on this very night.
Return to Shadow now?
So back we go. And there's a chance we'll still get some kind of important update when we return.
Oh, that was productive.
So maybe it was productive, although honestly that's a little bit debatable.
Such a night. Kronos vanquished. And after that, you'd not believe it anyhow.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Sometimes I hardly recognize this place. The tent, I mean. Just look at all this stuff. It's practically a palace now.
I think we used most of our stuff to redecorate the tent, yeah? So that makes sense.
I never thought I'd want to live in a palace. Though when you put it that way, I have second thoughts. Were all the latest decorative touches to your liking?
More stuff to mess with means more haunting opportunities, so yeah, I think it's fine. It's you I'm worried about. Not quite as neat and sparse in here as it used to be.
Oh, okay. The tone of voice was great there.
We could always neaten it up again.
Please, no.
Alright, and can hear Artemis. Oh? Okay, another person who I think could be key for progressing the Fates prophecy is Moro. So that's a little more speculative, but there's a chance this could be an informative conversation.
Something unusual occurred, Princess. The fated list scrolled to a point that caught my eye. What it said made little sense to me, though I'm implored to tell you. I see your spirits glimmer as the metals underneath the earth.
Could this be what unlocks the hidden torch aspect? In which case, was it from using the aspect of Moros a while back, and for whatever reason that dialogue just got queued and took a while for it to come up? Or did we actually need to use the aspect of Eos, which we, as I just said, may have just used for the first time in a very long time, maybe for the first time in a successful run ever?
I see your spirits glimmer as the metals underneath the earth. That sounds much like a waking phrase.
Exactly.
Headmistress told me of them when she lent me the nocturnal arms. When you think on it, what do you see?
A demon of some sort. A mask-like face in shadow. Some nocturnal realm, not necessarily our own. Who is this?
We'll soon find out, I think. Likely a bearer of the arms of night, but whether past or future, I can't say.
So, it appears as though we have just unlocked revealed the hidden torches aspect. I'm just really not sure if we met the criteria to make that happen on this run, or if it was on a previous run. Because one of the torch aspects is named after Moros. So you would think that that's what triggers this conversation with Moros. If it was the aspect of Eos, the one that we just used, that you need to use, then have any other person have this conversation with us, not Moros. Just getting some mixed signals here.
I may have just fulfilled part of a prophecy in relaying those words. I trust they'll be of benefit, not harm.
Hopefully.
I think so.
There we go.
I see your spirits glimmer as the metals underneath the earth.
So, I'd love to be able to tell you, hey, this is how you unlock the hidden aspect for the torches, but I'm afraid I can't really do that. Maybe it's aspect of Moros, maybe it's aspect of Eos.
More of this filth.
Alright, as for you, we might be completely out of nectar. We've one nectar. I don't think we're about to use it on you, though. Sorry, Eris.
I can't believe you stood me up last night, Trouble. Do you know how demeaning it is having to wait around for you at a beach in the middle of the night, all alone?
Sorry, Eris.
What? We had no plans to meet, as I recall, else I'd have honored them. You truly expect me to abandon the main focus of my task just to fight with you again and again?
I mean, she is Strife incarnate, so yeah, that's exactly what she's thinking.
I thought I felt something was all. That our times at the beach might just be a little more special to you than your boring job. But I guess I was wrong.
You guessed correctly.
I suppose? Alright, so Artemis is here. I don't know if there's anything significant about her presence beyond that she is singing. Like, does she just randomly show up in town sometimes and we have the option to sing with her, but that's pretty much it? There's no plot-related reasons for it. It's just a random chance, or it happens one in every 3 nights or whatever.
Apollo's not around to sing the other part, but you sure are.
Okay. So, we have done that many times before, so I am going to pass this time around. Oh. This is from Narcissus and maybe Echo? I'm surprised that we would not have had the option to get those previously. Okay, but that might suggest we're getting close to resolving things there. In fact, there was some indication that we needed to do an incantation here to finish the job. Oh, and Hecate seems to have a particular thing to speak. That's odd that she would reach out to us and make sure that we talk to her.
Just right.
So maybe that's especially important as well. I just want to see.
Iona's
Yes!
crystal clarity.
This is big. Okay, purification of crystal clarity. Restore the waters surrounding Narcissus so that he may carry on fawning over himself. That's the solution? I thought we were trying to get some personal growth, some personal development, so he's no longer obsessed. And looking at himself in the reflection of the pool non-stop is not going to help on that. If to love oneself to such an extent is truly... If to love oneself to such an extent truly is a curse, then those thusly cursed perhaps are the fortunate ones. It is going to use the last of our shadow dust. We get that primarily from the Chaos Trials, and it is also, I think, an ingredient for the beast-loved morsels, so we'd have to put a hold on that for a while, but I think this is important enough that it's definitely worth doing immediately.
Where once shone beautiful a flower's soul, run clear again, you waters, make him whole. So mote it be.
Okay. So, would probably like to go down on the next run, or at least soon, to see that through. Because I imagine we still have to meet up with Narcissus, and don't skip him this time, maybe Echo as well. Okay, but Hecate seems to have something important to say to us this time.
The Shades reporting to Odysseus suggest Athena herself appeared before you here. I mean, not here, but in the underworld. Is that something I ought to believe or no?
That's this run, and a few runs ago as well.
You ought. Athena gave her Gorgon amulet, with which she's able to locate me far from where she normally resides. I trust I haven't inconvenienced her too much.
Athena cannot go wherever she may please, no matter how it seems. But now you clearly have a stronger bond with her, and she, in turn, has a means to watch you.
I wonder if that is actually a prerequisite to resolve one of the other subplot lines that we've been working toward, fixing Arachne's curse, ideally, or at least making her feel okay about being cursed. I don't know if she's actually going to be transformed back into a human or not. But we tried a few runs ago bringing the Athena keepsake down on the first floor specifically for that reason. Didn't see anything come of it immediately, at least with regard to Arachne. But maybe after talking with Hecate a little while later, we at least have started the domino effect that will eventually lead to some kind of resolution.
Watch over me, you mean?
She has her task, as you have yours.
Because if this is what we need to do to establish that now Athena is watching over us, maybe that is the way that Athena sees Arachne when we encounter her on a run, and that could be enough to get the breakthrough for her. Okay, we can no longer really do anything big here. We want to save the Fate Fabric because we actually now have enough to get the big craft for the Judgment Arcana. And then if we cash in our fish,
Take care of this one, please.
that gets us up to 1,000, which is not quite enough for the Nightmare, unfortunately. We would have to pass on that. It is also possible to get the Stardust, not Shadow Dust, here. That's very expensive, and there are still plenty of Chaos Trials we could do to get that, so I think that's not really something I'm especially keen on purchasing. So, the Moon Dust, if we get 20 of those, that's what we need to upgrade the Judgment card. I think that's not urgent. If anything, getting a little more Nectar might actually be more meaningful right now. Okay, still waiting for that to show up. Nemesis. We did, and we have for quite some time now.
Still sticking to the underworld even with the task complete. There must be lots of catching up to do on the surface.
Yeah, we've never seen her on the surface, I don't think. That's kind of Heracles' territory instead.
Hecate says conditions have to be just right for whatever it is you're trying to do now. Wouldn't want to throw anything off.
Oh. Almost a shred of humility there.
Appreciate the help. It's just, I thought you missed being up there, and mortal kind must miss you too. A lot of undeservedness to be addressed.
Oh.
Keenly aware, thanks. I'll get back to it after the underworld's in a better spot. Besides, I think your family's paying close attention to what's going on up there.
They probably are.
Okay. Then, Odysseus, you gonna let us do this? Nope. Not yet.
You've recruited that one shifty-looking shade for the renewal project. A scrappy start is still a start. I'm pleased to see it underway.
Not really sure which one he's referring to, because this is probably a shade that we got a long time ago, unless it's the guy who plays music, in which case that was somewhat recent.
I thought you might say that. It gives Dora something practical to do, and means the project needn't be a hopeless dream.
A sound plan, Goddess.
Okay, I still don't know who he was referring to there. And lots of stuff to harvest. Still a few more things to plant, although not that many, actually. As I think I was saying last time, at this point, there aren't that many things to use these for.
Oh, what have we there?
So we've done most of the incantations. I guess the one for Narcissus is one that didn't really expect. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to require an incantation at first. At least not until we had that conversation with him on that run, where that seemed to be the direction things were going. I thought it was just going to require more conversations and nothing else. Still looking for a way to wake you up, though.
We'll sort this out.
Not sure how we will sort that out, but over here, we do seem to have sorted out the hidden aspect
Should try the waking phrase.
of the torches.
Ignium. I see your spirits glimmer as the metals underneath the earth. The hidden aspect
is this?
of Supai.
Aspect of Supai. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, it requires shadow! We crafted some of those a while back and had no idea what they were going to be used for. And nothing had shown up until finally now. You have the Devil Sparks, which also enhance your Rush Boon. That's interesting. There's so many aspects that are based around charged attacks, charged specials, occasionally casts, but not much that is based on your dash. It's an alternate moveset. Fires automatically? Charged attack and charged special rain hell for 4 seconds? What is I do not recognize this name. Plunge deep enough into the earth and the demons therein only grow stronger. I'm curious what the backstory is. Rush Boon, a blessing that strongly influences your dash or sprint. Rush Boon damage bonus, 10%. Then you would think as you upgrade that more, the more that bonus increases. But I don't know if that's significant enough. I mean, it might be that the automatic firing thing is the bigger deal, and the extra dash damage is kind of just a nice little side benefit. But there's that now, and there's the hidden axe, which we have the resources for, but we've yet to actually, technically, unlock. So those are the 2 things we've yet to try. The bonus bones weapon is the black coat, which we did use recently with the hidden aspect, although we did that going up, and if we do that going down, then that would be both Nightmare and also, I think there is a prophecy for getting to the final room with it, so might be going back that way. Either way, lots of new stuff for us to experiment with soon, so that's exciting.
Certain she'd prevail.
And technically, no big conversation from Skelly.
Each one of your attempts is but a step along your path, and so is hitting me.
I suppose so.
We meet again, and welcome.
Okay, how are we doing with Skelly here? We'll delay just because we have so few nectars at this stage. So, alright, there we go. We did finish the run. However, we had at least 1 or 2 very close calls, and we absolutely did get bailed out by Athena, but that's the benefit of having that Athena keepsake, and so the timing was very, very good. But this is the time for us to wrap things up, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.